Call to order the council meeting of August 13th, 2019. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Place your right hand over your heart. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, nation under God. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
A quorum is present.
Any persons wishing to address the City Council, successor agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, Parking Authority, or the Joint Powers Authority on any item of today's agenda may do so at this time. Hearing no comment, we'll move to item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Move allow payment of the bills.
Madam Clerk.
Council members, successor agency members, and housing authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. Consent calendar items 2 through 8.
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Joint consent calendar item 9 and CSA 3.
Staff report recommending approval of the First Amendment to the amended and restated agreement number 16155 approved on September 25th, 2018, which was originally dated April 19, 2016, with Pacific Coast Elevator Corporation doing business as Amtech Elevator Services, a wholly owned subsidiary of Otis Elevator Company, increasing the contract amount an additional $15,525, total contract amount of $185,695 to complete the modernization of the 2 elevators at 115 South Locust Street.
Move items 1 and 2 of the City Council successor agency.
Second.
And item 1 of the successor agency.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
As to the City Council and successor agency, council members and successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. A1.
As to the successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. A1.
Thank you, Mayor. No report.
PM1.
Thank you, Mayor. No city manager reports.
CC1.
Staff report recommending direction be given regarding the municipal elections of 2020.
Mayor, I recommend that we use item number 2, holding the general election in November 2020.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. CC2.
No reports, Mayor. Thank you.
The successor agency is in session. However, we didn't call it originally, so will you just take the role for the successor agency?
Yes, Mayor, quorum is present.
All right, thank you. CSA 2.
Approval of the minutes of the successor agency meeting held on July 9, 2019 and July 16, 2019.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. During the successor agency, is there a quorum for the Housing Authority?
Yes, ma'am. Mayor, a quorum is present.
H2.
Approval of the minutes of the Housing Authority meeting held on July 9, 2019 and July 16, 2019.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Housing Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. During the Housing Authority, is there a quorum for the Finance Authority?
Yes, Mayor, quorum is present.
F1.
Approval of the minutes of the Finance Authority meeting held on July 16, 2019.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Finance Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
During the Finance Authority, is there a quorum for the Parking Authority?
Yes, Mayor, quorum is present.
P1.
Approval of the minutes for the Parking Authority meeting held on July 16, 2019.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Parking Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. My colleague is confirming that I did vote for the Finance Authority
Did I
matter.
not catch it?
Yes, Mayor.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Checking. Thank you, Mayor.
I appreciate you guys. Is the Joint Powers Authority, is the quorum present?
Yes, Mayor.
JPA 1.
Approval of the minutes for the Joint Powers Authority meeting held on July 16, 2019.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Joint Powers Authority members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. Adjourn the JPA. Public comment. Any persons wishing to address City Council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time. Knew you wouldn't let me down, Stuart.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council, and staff. I would just like to make a personal thank you to Eloy Morales for talking to my neighbor about, I don't know what the situation was, but they said it was resolved or you're handling it, and thank you very much for all that.
Did he do it on the weekend?
That ain't right.
You know that's what it was.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Oh, you got it.
Thank you,
And
Stuart.
thank you, council, period.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. I just want to invite everyone out. Inglewood Chamber of Commerce on September 19th will be hosting the Police Fire Appreciation, and it's going to be at the Crown Plaza Hotel from 11:30 to 2:30. Anyone interested can please call the Chamber office. It's going to be an interesting event, so please call Chamber for information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, council and staff. You know, sometimes you have to leave home to really realize what you just left. This is the #1 city in the United States of America. I declare that. You guys I know you're happy, all of you staff. Couldn't be better. If you think there's any better, leave this city. I tell you, I'm proud of y'all, all of you, absolutely. And the young lady does a real nice, good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agee.
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that, we'll close public comment. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, please. Oh, no. We'd have held it over for you.
I didn't realize there was a clock until this gentleman spoke, and hopefully I won't be long-winded, okay? My name's Tony Williams. I've been a homeowner here in Inglewood for 17 years, okay? And I'm here representing my neighbors and your constituents and supporters. We are having a block party on the 24th of August, and we'd love for our councilman, District 1, Mr. Dodson, and the mayor to be there, and also the chief of police or some representative and the fire department to meet the neighbors, the children, and everyone around to see how we can keep our neighborhood safe and how we can continue to support the city
Did you guys
and each other.
Did you guys go through Public Works to get the street blocked off?
We did get that part taken care of.
Okay,
I
well,
didn't
good.
indicate we're block club yet. We haven't gotten that yet, but we're working on it.
Oh, okay, because they're the ones that usually notify us that there'll be a party. So what 100 block are you on?
We're on 77th.
And
77th
between Van Ness and
between 7th and 8th.
all right, we'll see you then.
Really?
Yes.
That was simple.
Just ask.
There you go.
We're having hot dogs and hamburgers. Any special requests?
Where we're all going.
No bread. Come on. You're welcome. And medium well.
Sorry, I don't have anything quite as exciting as a barbecue and block party, but my name is Kelly Clark, and I'm a staff attorney with LA Waterkeeper, and I'm here on behalf of our organization and the Smarter Water LA Coalition to ask your council to formally take a position opposing the West Basin Municipal Water District's proposed desalination plant. Now, I know 3 years ago you conditionally approved the plant on the grounds that it be environmentally neutral at worst, produce recycled water at a similar or produce desalinated water at a similar cost to recycled water, And these things made sense maybe in 2016, but so much has changed in the last 3 years, which is why we're back here. As many of you know, I'm sure, the mayor of LA recently announced that they would be recycling 100% of all of our wastewater by 2035. The county also passed Measure W, which is going to provide $300 million a year for infiltrating stormwater and recapturing it and turning that waste into a beneficial use. Finally, agencies like Water Replenishment District and LADWP.
We're going to give you a little more time since this is educational. Go ahead.
Sorry. LADWP are taking on groundwater remediation projects, which will both open up storage space in our underground reservoirs and also provide another source of usable water for us. And finally, within the next 5 years, the State Water Board has committed to direct potable reuse regulations, which are coming online. With all of these things happening, it doesn't make sense to us to pursue desalination, which is the most expensive and energy-intensive form of obtaining water. Particularly for a city like Inglewood, where you
Okay, we got to go now. We
Okay.
gave you extra 30. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
But we got it. Hi.
I just found out about the meeting, so excuse my dress. I'm here as a tenant of Inglewood. I've been here for over 40 years. I'm a senior, and whatever's going on in Inglewood now, I'm being asked to move out of my house, and I've called a lot of these people. I've got answers, and they've given me references to.
What do you mean you're being asked to move?
The owner of my house asked me and my neighbor up front to move. At first she said she wasn't selling, and now she says she is. And because I'm on a fixed income, I am 66, and I'm on a fixed income, it's hard for me to relocate. And I've been looking to see if there were medicinal allocations, medicinal funds, for help for people who have problems to move. And
Are you on Section 8 or any assisted?
Yes, I am, and it's they can't do anything
So
as
you're
well.
you're currently on the list. Now, when someone sells a property, they do have a right to sell the property. They give you adequate notice for you to find other arrangements. So that's not unusual. But if you go to the 7th floor and talk to the people in housing, they'll do the best they can.
I did that. I called Mr. Dotson's office, Mr. Padilla's office.
Well, you're talking to me right now. So
Yeah, I've just I've been like really trying to find out my resources, and I thought maybe if I came here collectively, maybe they would have, they could help me, and I can also spread the
No,
news to others.
actually, the housing department is the clearinghouse for anything that we can do for people for assisted housing needs.
Okie dokie.
Right.
They just told me to come up here and maybe see what can happen. But
Okay, I
thank
believe
you.
that someone did tell you that. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. Okay, we'll close public comment. Are there any council comments? Councilman Dotson, District 1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to invite anybody to learn about the benefit of estate planning. Conversation about estate planning Wednesday, August 21st at the Inglewood Senior Center from 10:30 to 11:30. The American Heart Association will be guest speaker. I want you to mark your calendars for Saturday, September the 7th. We will be having our annual shredding event at the Police Community Center, B3, 2901 West Manchester, 7th Avenue in Manchester. I want you to mark your calendars for September the 28th. We'll have our 5K run and walk at Vincent Park. So come out, get your walk on, get your run on, whatever your fancy. We will be there, and we will be looking for you. So thanks for coming out today, and have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you, Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Great, thank you, Mayor. Last Tuesday, if you remember, we all said, hey, we'll see you guys at 5:30 downstairs. Pine City Hall for National Night Out. It was a tremendous event. I want to thank Chief Honorata and all his staff for putting together awesome National Night Out. I mean, you can see by the pictures, we had a lot of folks there. But I want to point out Sergeant Ferreira. He's standing over there trying to hope I wouldn't say anything, but he's actually the sergeant that put that together, working with the rest of his staff. So I want to applaud him for his hard work. You know, all the men and women of the Inglewood Police Department do so much for our community to keep us safe. And that being said, please keep our California Highway Patrol in your thoughts and prayers. They lost an officer yesterday to an act of violence, and two other officers that are in the hospital recuperating from their wounds as well. But again, I just wanted to thank Sergeant Ferreira, Chief Honorata, and all the men and women from the Inglewood Police Department for a job well done. Thank you. I had the opportunity this past weekend also to go to a grand opening of a martial arts studio. It's brand new. It's right there at Marlboro and Hyde Park. The gentleman, the young guy that owns it, is Encarnacion. He grew up in Inglewood. He lives here. He's back. He opened up his studios here now in Inglewood. A lot of young folks were out there learning martial arts, and his dad was there as well. So it was just nice to see. That's his dad in the middle. Marathon runner. The guy is awesome. The dad is a marathon runner. But it's just good to see his family out there supporting our new businesses that are here in the city of Inglewood. A reminder that September the 7th is my 6th annual picnic and chili cook-off. I think we have one spot. I think it's one spot available for chili cook-off if you want to join and bring your chili and let folks taste it. And hopefully you walk out with one of the cups, one of the trophies. Again, that's on September 7th from noon to 4 at North Park. I want to thank Sabrina Barnes and her staff. That park is looking beautiful. Redid the tennis courts. I mean, we're ready to roll for September 7th. Then the following Saturday, the 14th, right out here again where we did National Night Out. And on Regent Street, we're doing the Hispanic Heritage Community event. Again, another event that just continues to grow. I'll be putting together the classic car show, and we'll have all the classic antique cars up and down Regent Street. I just going to ask the mayor to close in the memory of Gilbert Rodriguez. Gilbert Rodriguez grew up in Santa Monica. He's been a lifelong family friend. They own El Indio restaurant on Pico Boulevard in Santa Monica. He passed away, and so tonight's his rosary, tomorrow's the funeral. So please keep his family in our thoughts and prayers. And today we all had an opportunity to attend the funeral for one of our own, Matthew Chambers' dad, who passed away. And so today was the funeral over in Venice. So please, Mayor, if you can close in the memory of Pastor Chambers and also Gilbert Rodriguez. Thank you.
Councilman Franklin, District 4.
Yes, I also want to acknowledge that National Night Out was a very outstanding event, including having Congressman Maxine Waters attend as well. And it's great to identify that we're trying to put light out on crime, and so to do that, neighbor to neighbor, friend to friend, meet together, and we bond. And so that was a great experience. Again, officer, thank you for an outstanding job. It took a lot of effort, and the reap of your harvest did pay off. Also, I just want to reach out, since we're talking about block club events. Council members do go to block club events, and I went to the 4th Avenue Block Club this past weekend. That was between Hardy and Century, and it was outstanding and great fellowship, and got to what I thought was just going to be District 1 residents, Councilman Dotson. I found out I had several District 4 residents that was there as well, so it was a great fellowship. And on that note, thank you for coming, and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Councilman Franklin. Councilman Morales, District 3.
And of course, with the block clubs, just to continue, we're very grateful when we get invited. and we enjoy it. It's an opportunity we won't usually have to speak directly to the residents, even if it's for a few minutes. You know, a lot of times you get a real sense of what people are thinking, and I think that's great. I wanted to National Night Out. So I was in town last Tuesday. I missed both the meeting and National Night Out. Alex pointed out Sergeant Ferreira, which I managed to tell him at the Taste of Inglewood I wasn't going to make it, but he's one of the stars out there. It really takes a big deal to do that, but I also want to point out Lieutenant Cochran, who's really played the lead in my area to address some real quality of life issues. I have to tell you that I'm very proud of our police department because they've evolved. We don't have the problems that we used to have. We have a different set of problems that are really kind of quality of life issues, and they have done an excellent job of rolling with that. I was just talking to the mayor. So there's a group of folks who came up to me who said, you know, walking now, you know, they feel so safe in the parks and in the neighborhood, and I think a lot of that has to do with the police officers. So thank you for that. I also wanted to wish all the kids going back to school, I think next week, great luck and have a great year. And to the parents, you know, here we go again. So we're all in it together. So thank you very much, and thanks for coming out. That's it, Mayor.
Okay. Real sad things, you know. Last night, Officer Andre Moye, a California Highway Patrol motorcycle officer, made a traffic stop on the 211 freeway out in Riverside, and he stopped a depressed and desperate man by the name of Aaron Luther, who was driving a pickup truck. And at some point, the officer determined that he was going to tow the vehicle, and Luther retrieved an assault weapon and shot him multiple times, shot the officer. The officer returned fire, but he later expired from his wounds, and 2 other CHP officers were wounded. And so, you know, we want to recognize the officer and close in his name. We want to also close in the name of Gilbert Rodriguez, and I want to thank, we have really great staff. Yakima Decatur texted me to remind me that we haven't adjourned in the name of Lonell Jackson, the grandfather of Thomas Bunn, a city employee, and also in the name of Matt Chambers' father, Pastor Gilbert Chambers. And we all as a city are a family, and we're adjourned. Thank you.